with TradeToBeFree.com and InvestBeFree.com, and this is the next segment in our swing trading course that's available on our site. And I wanted to show you today how to get set up with a really good simulator, trading simulator software, Thinkorswim. If you're wondering why you're learning this, just to review, if you're new to the course and are just joining me now, I want to remind everybody that the top paid professionals out there aren't athletes, celebrities, social media personalities, small business owners, etc. And they're actually top professional traders and investment managers, and that's why people are attracted to trading and swing trading in particular, and investing and so forth, and especially in stocks, because that's the best performing asset in the long term. Some of the top pay of the top professionals in the field are measured in billions of dollars per year instead of hundreds of millions of dollars per year for other professions like athletes, celebrities, and so forth. So there's a lot of money to be made in the stock market, and of course, like with anything else, you have to be really good to do really well at it, and it's a money business. The whole objective here is to make money and to do really well, and to do that, we have to become really good. And the way to do that with no risk, especially if you're starting out, and especially if you're going into day trading, is to go on a simulator for a while and make sure your strategy and your execution of that strategy is really good and that you're making money over time. Okay, and today I'm going to talk to you about Thinkorswim, a really good simulator and also trading platform. They recently reduced their commissions and it's becoming more and more attractive. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get this set up, how to download it, how to start using it for free, and also give you some great insight on how to use the platform. And just to review the steps we talked about earlier in the course, the whole idea behind swing trading and learning and educating yourself is to get to the point where you can make a lot of money trading, and you have the confidence to know that you can go in the market at any time during any week and do well. And to do that, you got to learn a great setup. You have to have a good strategy. You've got to practice trade that until consistent, and that's where this video comes in. Learning how to download and start using a simulator that pretty accurately reflects the real trading environment that you'll be encountering when you trade in a live account. Okay, so once we download this and start practice trading and start seeing really good results over time, then it's time to go live with a small account size initially, or an account, and use small position sizes. And then we want to review our trades, correct our errors, and we actually want to do that throughout this process, no matter where you are in this process. Finally, we want to take that last step and scale up and make the big money. And those are the steps to success, and this video is all about this one right here, getting going on a really good simulator and starting to practice a really good trading strategy, such as the ones that we teach in the swing trading course. Okay, so why am I choosing Thinkorswim? And the reason is it's free to start. Like I said, it's a very good simulator. Okay, it's considered one of the best swing trading platforms on the market. Okay, they've got a really good built-in scanner, charting, hotkeys built in that you can customize. They've got great features for option traders. It's a very good options trading platform, etc. They've got this really great feature called OnDemand, where if you go into the live account, and you don't really need to have any money in the live account to have a live account. And I'm going to show you that here in a second and show you how to set it up step by step. But with that on-demand functionality, you can go to a day in the past and trade the market and see the data coming at you, information coming at you as if it were that day in the market. So you can replay a day in the market at any point when you have time. So it's like an instant replay, and you can trade that day as if it were that day. Okay, and that way you can learn and practice and become really good without risking any real money. Okay, and that's a really, really great feature, and you can do it not only going forward, but you can also do it in days in the past, which is really, really cool. It's also a very good trading platform when you go live too with a live account, because the trading commissions have come down. It used to be $10 per trade. It's come down to, I believe it's $6.95 per trade now. Now it's getting very close to the lowest cost trading platforms in the market. So it's an excellent trading platform. It's very robust, has a lot of really cool features. The scanner is excellent. The watch lists are built into the scanners, so the watch list will update automatically as new stocks come up that meet your criteria. It's got really good charting and charting features. It's got the Think script functionality where you can go ahead and start creating your own indicators if you want to, and also do some auto trading as well. So it's got a lot of functionality, a lot of robust features, and again, it's considered one of the best trading platforms in the market. All right, so I'm going to show you how to get started right now, and this should only take about a half an hour or so for you to do this. Once you get off this video and start doing it, here we are at Thinkorswim.com. So I just went to Thinkorswim.com. You can also go to TD Ameritrade, and they'll have a link there too to get started with paper money. And that's what they call their simulator. They call it paper money. And basically all it is it's their same trading platform, and it's very, very close to the actual trading platform that you'll use in a live account. Okay, the only difference is that it's paper trading. So the platform works the same as the live platform. It's just that you're using a fictional account with $100,000 initially is what they give you, along with some margin on top of that. So it's really, really cool. You can trade options, forex, futures, and stocks. And in this video, I'm going to talk primarily about stocks. Okay, so the first thing you do is you click on this link here. It'll take you to this form. If you don't have a TD Ameritrade account, you'll click no to this, which is probably most of the audience today. And then you go ahead and enter your name, information here. Okay, just like you were creating a new account in Ameritrade, but you don't have to fund the account to start paper trading. They'll give it to you for 60 days, 2 months, without having any money in the account, and you'll have most all the features. I think all the features that you would have even if you did fund the account. So with no money and no money put into a TD Ameritrade account, you can start using the simulator right away. And it's a really great feature and a great way to learn a good strategy before getting started. So once you go through this, there'll be a few items here in this wizard to take you through the creation process. Okay. It'll get to the point where it'll ask you if you want to fund your account or how you want to fund your account. You just go ahead and click I'll do it later. You can choose that option, and then it'll allow you to go ahead and download the platform. And then once you download the platform, you just run an install on your computer, okay? And then you'll have an option there to put an icon on your desktop. And I'm going to go ahead and get to my desktop. And I believe they have an option too to put the icon on your desktop. I'm using Windows system here, but if not, if you didn't do that, then there's probably a menu option that you'll find. I'm sure there's a menu that has that in here. If you go into your computer, go into Thinkorswim, and you'll see the application there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the icon here. It's going to ask you, whenever you log in, it's going to ask you if you want to do any updates. They keep it updated with any bug fixes that they have out there, and they check that every time you log in. There'll be a small delay, and then once you log in, you can actually choose whether you want to go into live trading or paper money. And so for this video, we're going to start with paper money. In live trading, they have the on-demand feature, and I want to show you that too. But for now, I'm going to go into paper money and show you how Thinkorswim works and how to get it set up. Okay, it just takes a few seconds for the application to come up, and once it does, you'll be brought to this screen here. And now I'm going to show you how to go ahead and get set up with the application. One of the first things that you'll notice here is that you've got option buying power, forex buying power, cash sweep vehicle, all these options here. You've got initially $100,000, but you also have margin too on top of that. And over here you've got the news, you have quotes, and also your watch list. Now this watch list, or these watch lists, can be connected to your scan. So if you go and do a scan, which is this option here, that can be connected to a watch list. So when you open it up, if you, for instance, are doing the earnings eruptions trade, and you've got a scan in there to find the stocks that are gapping up enough to meet the requirements in the course, that watch list can come up here, and you'll be met with the number of stocks that are gapping up enough to qualify. And then next to it, you'll see that there's these little icons here, and some of these symbols right next to the ticker will indicate that the stock has earnings coming up, or it has had earnings recently, I believe. This is a dividend right here, and this is a dividend. There's other symbols here for earnings, so you can tell right away whether a stock is gapping higher in earnings or not, which is really a nice feature. Okay, now these items in the watch list can be actually connected to the charts. Okay, I'm going to show you how to set up the charts here. You go to these tabs over here. You've got a monitor where you have your account statement, positions, and so forth. You've got a trade tab, which I probably don't use that much because you can trade directly from the charts. All right, so what you do in here is you've got the chart tab, and what I like to do is I like to have a few charts set up. Right now I've got 120 or 1280 by 720 on this setup on this video to make the video faster, but you can match the resolution to the monitor that you have. Generally I have more space in here. Now within the chart tab, after you click on it, you can actually determine how many charts you want to put into this chart space. Now I normally have either 4 or 6 charts in the space, okay? And then once you have the chart, you can just type in your symbol. And so we can type in a ticker symbol in the upper left-hand corner here and take a look at one of the stocks we've been trading recently, and this is WIBO, okay? And initially this is a daily chart over the past, I think, year. And when you go on the chart with your cursor, what you can do is just click and drag, and that will zoom in, okay? But a better way to do that is actually clicking down below where the time is, okay, the month here, and just dragging this back and forth. That's a very quick way to zoom in on a chart, and I use that all the time. That's probably the best way to do it, especially once you get into day trading. Okay, so I've got some chart styles set up. In here you'll see, if you click on this icon right here, you've got chart styles and chart settings. Okay, I'm going to load a style. I'm going to call it 1 minute stochastics. And this is over the past day in WIBO and how the stock is trended. And you can see I've got I've got a 9 EMA and I've got a 20 EMA put on the chart. Now, if I move my cursor along here, okay, I can actually give myself more space by just moving this, dragging this over. Okay, so if I want to bring it back, I can just click on it. Okay, and then I've also got stochastics on this chart. So if I drag this down far enough, the stochastics should show up. Again, I've got this whole area shrunk right now because I've got a bigger monitor, but I'm filming in a low resolution. So I'm going to go to a 2 across chart style by clicking this option over here again. Okay, this is 2 across. And now once I do that, I have room for the stochastics. Now in Thinkorswim, stochastics and these moving averages I put in the chart, these are all called studies, okay? And they're not indicators. They don't use moving averages. They use studies to kind of classify all these things that you put on the chart, whether it's VWAP or whether it's MACD, or whatever your favorite indicator is, RSI, so forth. They call them studies. So what you can do is go into studies here, okay? And you can go into add a study. You can go to all studies. You go to, whichever one you want in here, and they have most of them that you could want. Now, I haven't found a VWAP. One gripe I have is they don't have a VWAP on the shorter time frame. So if I try to put a 5-minute 9-period VWAP on a day trading chart, I can't do that. So I have to go with an exponential moving average, which is almost as good, but not quite the same. And if I wanted to have that, I could actually go into what they call ThinkScript and create my own, or have them actually create a 9-period 5-minute VWAP for me. Okay, and they'll do that for you, especially if you're funding an account. I know they'll do it then. But you can also create your own with the ThinkScript, which is their own sort of scripting language where you can actually create your own indicators, okay, or sort of personalize one that's not in the list of ones that are readily available in this list. Okay, so if you want to go to moving averages, say if you want exponential moving averages, you just go to moving averages and then moving average exponential. And you can put that on the chart. I've already got it on there, so I've got it on there twice now, I believe. If you want to change it for some reason, you can go into the actual study is what they call it again, and you can double click on the study on the chart, and it'll come up, and you can modify the values here. So if you wanted to go ahead and make it a 10 period moving average or a 20 period moving average or a 50 period moving average. You can do that. You can change the color here. You know, these options are available here. It has quite a few, and it's very robust and very good. Now, if I want to change this from a 1-minute chart to a 5-minute chart, I can just go ahead and just choose these quick time changes. This is a 5-day chart here. So again, if I want to go and look at just today, I can go from here and then drag the time down here with my cursor and eventually get to a chart showing just that day. Okay, so that's a real handy thing to do, is to drag this back and forth, and you can go back and see the longer term trend and then go and see the shorter term trend during the day, okay, very quickly by doing that. So that's nice. You know, so there's a lot of good features like that. If you have multiple monitors, if you're day trading, you're probably going to have multiple monitors, and to set that up, what you would do is just go to this icon right here and then go to detach. Okay, and then once you do that, you can just go ahead and drag it over to your other monitor, and then you can save that default here again, I believe, either here or in here or in, let's see, here. I think this is it. Yeah, save. Once you're done setting up your multiple monitor setup where you have multiple windows with charts or whatever else you want to look at, news, other information, and it has a lot of information. I'm only going to touch upon the basics here to get started with stocks, but you know, it has a great option functionality. So if you trade options, there's a lot to it, and whatever you want to put off into your other monitor, you can go ahead and do that by detaching. And then once you got all the different detached windows set up on different monitors, you can go ahead and just do a say workspace right here. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. And then when you log in, you can go ahead and click on your workspace that you've saved. In this case, I've got 2 monitor setup here already done, and I can click on that, and it'll ask me if I want to change, and it'll go into that setup that I've already done for day trading. So it's got all that functionality you would expect in a good trading platform. Those are the couple areas that when you first get into the platform, you're like, where do I go? What do I do? How do I get my chart set up? And that's how you do it. You go to the tab charts, and you go in, you set up your charts. You can connect the symbols or the chart windows to the watch list by clicking this little button right here. Okay, and you have these color codes here, 1 through 9. And if I choose red here, and then I also choose that code on a watch list by going over here again to our watch list. If I go in here, and I may have to expand this further to see it, but here it is. This linking, unlinking little icon here is available now, and I can make that red here. I can make that red on the chart, and that will connect the watch list to the chart. So if I click something on the watch list, it'll come up in this chart over here. Okay, and I can do that with multiple watch lists. If I want to have another watch list where I have that connected to another chart window with a different chart, like say, I don't know, if I have Microsoft over here, let's say, let's bring up another chart here, and I can link that to say yellow, and then link that to another watch list over here. Okay, if I want to do that, and so forth. So that's how you connect the watch list to the charts. Now, what's cool about these watch lists is that, again, if a new item, if these are created through a scan and a new stock satisfies your criteria in the scan, it'll come up in the watch list. Okay, if you set it up that way. All right, I won't get into exactly how to do that in this video, but you can do that, and it's pretty straightforward after you scan. Okay, you'll see the other things I wanted to mention here. Now, when you go to trade stocks, you make a trade, you want to go to either trade here, okay, or the big buttons. All right, one of the two or both. Okay, if I go to trade, I can go ahead here, and I can choose between a market order and a limit order. Okay, now I can automatically send the order by clicking here. All right, so if I don't want a confirmation, and I want to just go ahead and send the order, and I want to do 500, 800 shares, let's say, and I want to send it right away, I just go ahead, click auto send, click buy, and it'll go through right away. If I don't what'll happen is that this confirmation button or screen will come up, and from there I can go ahead and edit it, all right, and adjust the amount I'm buying, and also adjust the limit, and also the limit price. Okay, so here I can go ahead and enter that price and change that price. All right, so during the market day, that price will be filled automatically for you, and then you can make just minor adjustments to it. Okay, so that's how you trade. And what I end up doing a lot of times is I'll go to either the trade or the buttons, all right, and just go ahead and auto send and go ahead and buy. Okay, now if I want to short, I'll just say sell. I click sell, and that if I don't have any shares to sell, that'll short the stock. So I'll enter a short. Okay, if I have that auto send set up or clicked and already set up to auto send, that will send that order immediately to short the stock. Okay, if I don't own shares for the stock. All right, so that's how you short. And then if I want to cover, I just click the buy button to cover. Okay, but all this can be done with the paper trading account, the simulated trading account, which I can see right here. I'm in the simulated trading account. That's how it lets you know. All right, and as I make trades, it'll keep track of what my account is and how much money I made or lost. And I can go into here and I can take a look at my account statement, for instance. Take a look at profit and loss, and you can take a look at all the trades that you made recently and whether they were successful or not, and how much you made or lost on each one. And I was trying some new strategies last week and starting to work on some different short-term strategies for a slower market. And so here you can see how well you've done, and as you go along, hopefully that will improve over time. You can also download these trades to a spreadsheet, okay? And that from there you can go ahead and just monitor your trades, which is one of the really keys to being successful over time, is to monitor, not only practice trade, but also look at your trades and find where you're falling short, finding problems, errors in your execution or your strategy, finding what times of day that you're successful, which times of day that you're not successful, which type of stocks and which price ranges are doing well, which strategies are doing the best. Okay. Now, one cool thing about this platform too is that you can have multiple accounts, so you can start multiple paper trading accounts, okay, and link them together, and then you can trade different strategies in different paper trading accounts. Okay, so not only can you paper trade a strategy, you can paper trade multiple strategies at once and keep track of how well you're doing with each strategy. So that's another cool thing about the platform. And to download the trades, you can go to this icon here and do print now. All right, and then you can go ahead and so that will give you a really nice, pretty document in OXPS format, and you've got an XPS viewer here, and you can just have a list of all your trades. Okay, you can review those and figure out where things went well and where things didn't. I'd like to see the time of day where each trade was made. But another thing you can do is you can go in here and you can go ahead and export this to a CSV file, okay, and that can be opened up in Microsoft Excel or another spreadsheet program, and you can add the time if it's not already there. And I actually made a spreadsheet recently, and you can see here that you don't have on here, so you have to add the time of day for each trade and so forth. So you'd have to add the time of day on the trade. So the other thing I want to show you too that is really cool is the OnDemand feature. Now, to get to the OnDemand feature, you'll actually have to log back out, okay, and then log back in a live account. And all I did was I went back, I logged in, I changed the little lever from paper trading to live trading, okay, and logged in, and now I'm in a live trading account. I'm actually moving an account over right now, so my account is not transferred over yet, but in here you can actually click the on-demand feature. Now I'm going to shrink this window so you can actually see the on-demand button here in the upper right. So here you can see it. If you click that, okay, it'll tell you what's going on here. You click OK, and you can see the on-demand little message up here in the upper left, but you'll see the buying power in a paper trading account. Okay, so if you're in a live account, you click on demand, it switches over to a paper trading account. Okay, and now I can go back and I can change this date here to whatever date I want to go to. So if I want to change it to August 8th, let's say, and if I want to trade the open on August 8th, let's say there was some earnings eruptions trading setups on August 1st, let's say. Okay, I could change to August 1st. This platform will show you the data as if you were there on August 1st trading the open. Okay, and if you want to reset it, you can reset the time, and that will take you back to 9:30 a.m. So right here they have the time next to the on demand. You've got the time here, okay, and that will start counting from 9:30 a.m. on that day. Okay, right now as you can see it's buffering right now all the information. So it's like recording the trading day and replaying the recording as if you were there on that day trading. Okay, you can pause and fast forward right over here too. So it's a really cool feature. It's a great way to start learning, okay, with a simulator, and it's a great powerful platform, and it's one that you want to check out, and you can get started right away on either a trading strategy that you're picking out for the first time if you're just starting trading, or if you're going to a new strategy, you can go ahead and test that on the simulator, okay, on days in the past. So let's say it's over the weekend, you have some time, and you know of a good strategy that you want to check out and you want to see if it works or not. You can go ahead and do on-demand feature, okay, go back to a certain day or do several days where you trade the market open, let's say, with a new strategy, and see how well you do with that strategy. And the account values will be updated, and over time you can see how well you do. And if you do really well with that strategy and it's going really great, then you can take it to the next step by going to a live account from there. It's a great trading tool, and it's definitely one that you want to consider. That's a really good overview. It's a lot more complex and robust than this. There's a lot more to it, but that's the basics that you need to get started. And you can get started within, like I say, an hour from now on using this platform and practicing a strategy. Okay, and you can do that, and that really greatly reduces your risk, because especially with day trading and faster trading strategies that happen more quickly, short-term swing trading strategies and day trading strategies, things happen very fast, and one of the key factors is how well you can use your trading platform and how well you can make decisions quickly, and that takes some practice, and it's great to do that on a simulator rather than on a live account, because on a live account when you first start, generally things won't go as well or go real well initially when you first start out. So you definitely, if you're new to trading or you're trading a new strategy, this is the way to go, and I would greatly encourage you to check this out. And it's, again, free and easiest to get started with. There's a little time taken to learn the platform. It's very robust. There's a lot of features to it. There's a lot of things you can learn, so it may take you a few days to kind of learn the ins and outs of all the basics, but you can get started really quickly, and again, get started with a simulated account, and that's a great way to get started trading or on a new strategy. Okay, so the next steps are now to get started learning and perfecting a couple good trading strategies. Okay, so now you know how to do it, how to get started. The earnings eruptions trading setup is really great for beginners and advanced traders alike, and you can get started right away with that on our site. The explosive bottoming pattern video course is also very, very good and a great place to start, and these are two of our favorite shorter term strategies you can start learning on Thinkorswim today with the paper money account. Okay, and we also offer the free swing trading course on our YouTube channel. You might want to check out the bull flag pattern, the double bottom pattern, and also the rounding bottom pattern that are taught in the course. Those are some really good strategies to start with as well, and start using them on a simulator and see how well you do, and learn over time and perfect your technique and your ability to understand and use the strategy. Okay, and you can also watch our trading videos, the rest of our trading videos on our channel, where we go over some real life examples. In some of those videos, I show you what I was looking at before the market opened, and then review the trade after the market day, and that gives you a really good idea of what to look for and how to trade these top setups. And you can get a copy of our longer term swing trading book on our site, for hold times of usually a week or two to several weeks or more. Okay, so if you want to swing trade over longer time frames, you can certainly do that too. And our book goes over a great strategy for that on the site. And of course, we offer the alert service too, where you get a 3-week free trial of those longer term swing trading setups. And we deliver these top trading setups to you that we are watching for our own accounts each week. And that comes out 4 nights per week. And you just enter your name and email address on the site, and we'll send those to you. That's a great way to get started with great trading setups, and then use a simulator to go ahead and trade those on the simulator and see how well you do, and learn and get better over time. And that's the key. If you really want to make the big money over time, you've got to get a good strategy, and then you have to be really good at that strategy and be very diligent at it over time to see the really great results over the years. All right, I hope that helps you guys. Best luck in your trading, and I'll talk to you again real soon.